What's going on, everybody? JaangoPops here with some more Ultimate Alliance 3 gameplay from Game Informer. This time we'll be looking at an Venom, boss fight. If I'm not mistaken, in the thumbnail there was also Electro, so we'll be able to see how those two are in this game. I think Venom might be a playable character, or maybe he's just a boss. Not too sure just yet, but we will be seeing here. There's also some more stuff that I wanted to react and analyze, but that'll be in a separate video because my last video where I did all of them at once was very long. It was not supposed to be that long either. So just to make sure that it's a bit more split up and orderly, I'll be doing reactions separately. So here is the Venom boss fight. Believe there's Wolverine, Spider-Gwen, and then a actual official trailer that was released. I'll be reacting to and analyzing all of those, but we'll get to those when we get to them. Let's start with the Venom boss fight.
Video from Game Informer. I'm Ben Hansen, joined by
Ben Reeves.
We're here to show off a very specific boss fight in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order on the Nintendo Switch.
That's right, we are Venom. Here he is, in his final form.
This is Venom.
That's right.
So this takes place in Chapter 2 of the game. You end up fighting Venom and Electro at the same time.
So the black stuff on the ground is his symbiote, but it's also the...
So, from what they just said, it'll take place in the second chapter. I think that's around the raft breakout that they were talking about. Just trying to get a look at the
black stuff on the ground is
here. See if I can't see the effects without them pointing it out, but you can see here that Electro seems to be shooting out some like discs or something that maybe stun the hero if they're in it for too long, or if they're caught in it and then it like stops and lets out a shockwave. Not too sure, but we'll probably see in a second here.
His symbiote, but it's also this tar-like substance that amplifies Electro's attack, so they kind of like work together.
Yeah, and Venom just hangs up on the wall like a coward.
Bigger bosses like this you'll have to stagger. You can't see the meter on this gameplay video, but once you deplete this meter, they will be stunned for a moment, and that's when you want to unleash all your big...
Okay, so as they've already shown off, there's a mechanic where you have to stun the bosses, but they actually mentioned that there'll be a meter on the screen that'll show it, instead of just having to kind of unleash attacks at them. I think this is this Crystal? Or just a new character? I'm not too sure. But if it is Crystal, then it'll be interesting to see how she's playing. I can't tell exactly, but I think she's using like fire attacks, something like that.
Hangs up on the wall like a coward.
Bigger bosses like this you'll have to stagger. You can't see the meter on this gameplay video, but once you deplete this meter, they will be stunned for a moment, and that's when you want to unleash all your big attacks.
Towards the end of this fight, Venom actually swallows Electro, and then you continue to...
Oh, right, there's so actually, I don't know who this is. I don't want to say it's Crystal, but I think it is. Seems like her attack, maybe it's her basic attack, has like a fireball that moves really slowly in one direction after it's casted out like that. From what they were saying, it's like the symbiote pulls kind of back like water would with electricity, like how it electricity will conduct through water and like shock things around it. So maybe that's what they're talking about when they say the symbiote actually amplifies Electro's attacks. I haven't seen it yet, or maybe I just missed it, but I don't think it's been in the trailer just yet.
Fight, Venom actually swallows Electro, and then you continue to fight him, obviously.
I love Venom's attack where he bursts out of the ground. He kind of looks like a killer whale.
Also, throughout this fight, it's pretty early on in the game. Chapter 2 is devoted to the raft. Nick Fury kind of serves as the...
Well, it's not from Marvel vs. Capcom, but that's like one of his attacks in Marvel vs. Capcom, which is interesting. Looks like like they were saying, he eats Electro, but it looks like he actually like gets his powers from it. Don't know exactly why or how, but that's interesting. They'll be like, instead of having both of them be separate and doing their own things at the same time in the fight, they'll actually be fighting together, and Venom will be who you're fighting, but he'll also have Electro's powers within him.
I love Venom's attack where he bursts out of the ground. He kind of looks like a killer whale.
Also, throughout this fight, it's pretty early on in the game. Chapter 2 is devoted to the raft. Nick Fury kind of serves as the tutorial for the early sections of the game, so it's going to be a lot of hearing this guy do his very best Samuel L. Jackson impersonation, kind of guiding you through and giving you hints about how to defeat the boss, stuff like that.
So it looks like at some point, like maybe if you do a certain amount of damage to him, he'll jump up.
Very best Samuel L. Jackson impersonation.
Oh, 1 second. He'll jump like back up here and then slam down, and then it sends like a shockwave to this, and I don't know exactly what it does. Oh, good lord! So they're doing the ultimate extreme attack right now, I think.
Never wanted this battle, heroes, but if we must fight,
or maybe
once you defeat Venom,
maybe that was just two characters doing one, and then everyone else was just wailing on him. I couldn't tell. But I don't actually know what that does, that shockwave there. It's hard to tell, but it hooks up to this machine, which looks like it hooks up to this. Maybe it's connected to the prison cell right there.
Like that.
the alarm is doing the job.
Oh no, I think that is an extreme attack. I just couldn't tell what Crystal was doing during it.
Once you defeat Venom here, then you can actually unlock him, and you can actually play as Venom later on in the game. Yeah, so for
Okay,
boss
so
fights in
Venom
the
is
game that we
playable.
encountered, there's Nebula, there's Ronan the Accuser, Venom and Electro, and I think that was all that we fought during our time playing the game. What's your guess? Do you think Thanos is going to be the final boss?
I mean, yeah, who else would be?
Ebony Maw, the cooler guy?
Why don't you marry him?
I will! Thanks for watching this video. You can always subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want more Marvel Ultimate Alliance videos coming up in the future. We have a whole month of coverage to roll out on the new game. July 19th.
Alright, let's go back just one more time. Go through the... I can't tell what Crystal... if this is actually Crystal. It looks like her, but I'm not positive. Whoever this character is, I can't tell what she's doing. It looks like she's just casting fireballs that are like really slow for some reason. I don't know if that's her basic attack. It looks like it's her basic attack because she's doing it just like of free will. So I think it is her basic, but it looks like it doesn't really like do anything. This is, again, I think this is the extreme attack that they're all doing after Venom gets stunned. I'm not sure if they just hit him a lot afterwards, or if the attack where he comes down and does the electric slam actually is what stunned him, but again, he is in a stun state, as the bosses will be. Again, I think he's about to do the electric slam thing. There's a little circle that indicates where he's going to land, I think. And again, that's charging something, or maybe it's going to like cause a surge or something. I can't really tell. When he hits the ground, the electricity seems to go into this machine, but I don't know what the significance of that is. Looks like, again, they're doing an extreme attack, or maybe it's just Drax doing his. Oh, Crystal had like a big fire move thing. It's hard to tell what she's doing because it's like it's not as obvious as the other characters. Again, they're all just wailing on him because he's in the stun state there. Drax is rolling away. Oh, as they mentioned, he will actually be a... Oh, this is what I was looking at. This shockwave thing. I don't actually know if it has a shock effect, but it looks like Venom throws out like little tendrils of a symbiote that'll do damage. I can't tell if the electricity actually has an effect on that attack or if it's just the symbiote, because I don't think anyone actually got hit by it. Like they were saying, Venom will actually be a playable character after you beat him in this mission and unlock him. I keep trying to focus on Crystal or whoever this is in the corner because I want to see what her moves are like, but it's hard to tell because it looks like all of her moves revolve around like these fireballs that are... Well, those ones were fast, but her other fireballs are like slow and they stay on the screen for a little bit, so they can probably do damage to more than one enemy. That looked like a tag attack, but I couldn't tell between who. Maybe Captain Marvel and Captain America, but not positive. That again is that attack. Oh, his eye's not there. That sucks. In Marvel vs. Capcom, when he does that attack, his eye is still there on the side, but it doesn't look like it's there when he does it in this game. Again, he's going up to the top, and I think he's gonna. Yep, it targets a character. It looks like because he's following them around. That little circle is following him around, and then when he comes down and jumps, that's when the big shock. Ooh, it knocks the. It'll knock your characters into the air, and he always seems to do it near these things, these like wires or whatever. Still don't know what the significance of that is, but yeah, it'll probably have some sort of effect. So really what I'm trying to do here is like just see what this character is doing, but I can't get like anything good. Like she seems to do a lot of fire-based attacks that are slow moving and stay on the screen for a while, but I don't know exactly what it is that she's doing. So yeah, like I thought, these circles indicate where Electro's about to send shockwaves. They're not actually damaging themselves, it's just an indicator to say like, hey, move out of the way. And I think like they were talking about the pools of symbiote will act sort of as water, conduct the electricity, and will do extra damage if you're standing in them, so you want to avoid them. He has a beam attack. Looks like Venom will at random shoot bolts of symbiote that'll create pools. I think that was attack with Captain Marvel and whoever this. I'm just gonna say it's Crystal. With Captain Marvel and Crystal. Looks like she did like a fire explosion, and then Captain Marvel sort of just like flew at him. Based on where the symbiote keeps landing, it's either targeting the player character or it's targeting Venom himself. I can't tell exactly. Not Venom, Electro himself, but I can't tell too well. So it looks like for the first part of this fight, you're really just fighting Electro. He has a shockwave attack. Everyone got hit except for who's actually playing. And then this is the Venom and Electro footage that we already saw. Apparently he eats him. That's weird. I don't know why. And absorbs his powers. So I wonder if it's like split into Venom and Electro. Electro first, then Venom, then the two of them after Venom eats him or whatever. Or if it's just Electro in this first part here where you're fighting him and Venom's on top. And then Venom will come down and then you'll have the fight with Venom, and it's not like a separate thing where the two of them are, you know, isolated and then they come together. Seems like it's just going to be Electro fighting and then you'll fight the two of them at once in that way. So, seeing that part with Electro and the part where Venom absorbs Electro or whatever it is that he does, I'm really just trying to get more on this character. I'm pretty sure it's Crystal, but I can't seem to really get anything good out of it. So, I'll give it one more watch through without stopping, and then we'll see if there's anything else interesting, but I think I've got pretty much everything for this one.
Symbiote.
Oh lord, my bad. Forgot about the speed. Okay.
But it's also this tar-like substance that amplifies Electro's attack, so they kind of like work together.
Yeah, and Venom just hangs up on the wall like a coward.
Bigger bosses like this, you'll have to stagger. You can't see the meter on this gameplay video, but once you deplete this meter, they will be stunned for a moment, and that's when you want to unleash all your big attacks.
Towards the end of this fight, Venom actually swallows Electro, and then you continue to fight him, obviously.
I love Venom's attack where he bursts out of the ground. He kind of looks like a killer whale.
Also, throughout this fight, it's pretty early on in the game. Chapter 2 is devoted to the raft. Nick Fury kind of serves as the tutorial for the early sections of the game, so it's going to be a lot.
When he does that lunge attack, he'll actually leave an electric effect on in the pool of symbiote that he leaves behind, and the one that he makes when he appears back up, so that's interesting. And it looks like you'll be stunned if you look at Captain Marvel here in the corner. It looks like she'll actually, I might be blocking her, but in the corner there's Captain Marvel, and she's stunned by it. I think it's also happening here, but I can't tell as well. So you'll want to avoid that attack.
Of hearing this guy do his very best Samuel L. Jackson impersonation, kind of guiding you through and giving you hints about how to defeat the boss, stuff like that.
The alarm is doing the job.
Mind if I join in?
Never wanted this battle, heroes.
Okay. So from what I just heard, he said the alarm is doing the job. So I think it's what's happening is when he shocks the wires there after his sort of slam attack, it's sounding an alarm that renders Venom sort of immobile, as it does with the symbiote, as that sound is one of its weaknesses. So I think the bell, or whatever this alarm is here, is what this actually is for. It's not just sort of a shock field, it's actually helping you to defeat the boss, so that's cool. I wonder if you'll have to have him jump there, or if he'll just do it by himself. Either way, it's an interesting mechanic with Venom.
Must fight. We will not lose.
Once you defeat Venom here, then you can actually unlock him, and you can actually play as Venom later on in the game. Yeah, so for boss fights in the game that we encountered, there's Nebula, there's Ronan the Accuser, Venom and Electro, and I think that was all that we fought during our time playing the game. What's your guess? Do you think Thanos is going to be the final boss?
I mean, yeah, who else would be?
Ebony Maw, the cooler guy?
Why don't you marry him?
I will! Thanks for watching this video. You can always subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want more Marvel Ultimate Alliance videos coming up in the future. We have a whole month of coverage.
So I actually think that you will have to manually get him to move to the places, but that looks like it's just about all there is for this video. Again, check out Game Informer. Huge shout out to them for getting this gameplay for us all to see. And yeah, that's about it. I was trying again to see more information, or just like the moves of the character, who I'm pretty sure is Crystal. I can't really tell exactly what it is that she's doing though. It looks like she has a lot of fire-based moves, and some of her basic attacks will stay on the screen for a bit longer, but that's pretty much all that I can see from it. So that's it for this video. Check back again. I will be doing more reactions to what I believe is Wolverine, Spider-Gwen, and a new trailer that was dropped recently. But I'll be doing them all in separate videos, because my last video where I did them all together was very long. And this one, again, is becoming very long because I don't know how to do outros very well. Thank you all for watching. My name is JaangoPops, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out. Oh, also check these videos in the description for yourself. Peace out.